Hey video gamers and Warhammer fans out there, it's me Matty. I just want to do this summary video. I saw what people were talking about. There's just an increase in prices. Nothing much we can do. As someone who played every single system since the 90s and that, I was expecting this. The only problem, I'm just going to say this right now, is I think there's a couple games right now that I think is going to be in trouble. Marvel Talk on. I think that's in trouble. Reason why I think that's in trouble is because how many people right now are going to want to play online? But the membership's going to increase. Anyone who can't afford it can afford it. But anyone who can't afford it, yeah. Also, what I don't understand is why are they increasing it when Microsoft are decreasing it? Nintendo's just staying where they are. Nintendo's Nintendo. Nintendo knows what they're doing. And it's why? And before, and I get it. Some people are going to say it's because of the war and stuff, and I get it. But I don't want to talk about politics, and I don't want to talk about the war. I don't. But all I'm going to say is, and also I saw one. I did see one coming when someone says, "Oh, they got to pay the Concord taxes," and I'm like, I get the joke. Concord, I get the joke, but I think if it was me, I wouldn't increase it. I said this to my mom, and I said this to a couple, some of my other friends. Are like, they're gonna increase the prices. The game's gonna do well. I think Marvel Token's gonna do well, but I think for anyone let's say for example, right, casual players might be let's say right now, the parent, if you're someone's parent and you'd be thinking, right, they've got the PS5, they want to go and buy Marvel Token, and they can only afford one of them, which is, I can only afford either the game or the membership. And this is where I'll be like, if it was me, I'll be like, which one would I choose? And I honestly, let's say for me, let's say if I was in their shoes, and I'll be like, which one would I choose? And I'll be like, I'd rather just choose the game. Because, let's face it, the membership's going to run out in a couple of days anyway, and you have to renew it, and I'm like, I don't want to renew it, because it's pointless. Because, half the game, a lot of the games right now, I've already got it, and I've already got the games already on most of the things, and I can, look, and basically, because I'm not in there, because I can't, I will more, I'm not going to get the game, I'm not going to get the game day one, because I'm going to wait until the game, is officially, well, when the game's out, I just want to, get it later, and that. But the problem is that there are several other games that I will probably say that I think could be in trouble. But I don't think Dynasty Warriors 3 Completely Masters in trouble, because that's an offline game. And I don't know if it's going to be online. I know there's the versus mode, which that could be online, but that's it. That's it. Is there anything else that could be online that I could think of? No. And the other thing that I think, I'm not, people are thinking, GTA 6, that's the next big, that's the biggest game this year, which is what, November? And with the price increase, do I think, it's gonna have, I think it's gonna have issues. I don't think the games are gonna have issues. I think I think Sony are gonna have issues, trying to, I do think the game, I think the games will do fine, but I think Sony's going to have issues trying to get people to get them, with the membership craze. I think, overall, with the price increase, where do I think Sony need to look beyond the head? And I think the question that I think a lot of people are going to ask themselves is, what's the next step? And I think the next step would be is don't increase anything else. Like, let's say, because right now Marvel Tongue's going to cost what, £60? Let's say if that increased and it went up from 60 to, I don't know, let's say 20. Let's say it went up to 20 and it was gone to 80. That's when I'll be like, okay, I think the price has gone up a bit on the PlayStation side. Even though on the PC side, you don't need membership, you can easily just bypass it and you can just play with your friends. But again, and this is yet again where I will say a lot of things is, not a lot of young casual fans and that won't have a PC. They'll just have a console and that's it. Where with me, I've got Nintendo Switch 2, Xbox, PlayStation, plus a PC. So technically speaking, I'm in good hands. So I could easily just say, look, I can just pick which system I want. But again, Marvel Tongue's on PC and PlayStation, so I can get it whenever. I'm not in a rush. But I just don't know how. Like, if people are thinking right now that I think the game's gonna do amazing well, but I just don't. Honestly, I can see a couple things right now that I think there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a lot of FGC fans that are gonna be thinking like, how much is the membership gonna cost? Can they afford both? And I think they will. Some will, some won't, depending on how much it's going to cost. But again, I think it depends on. Yeah, one, yes, it depends on the price, and two, it actually depends on a lot of people could say like the quality, but I don't. It's not the quality. The quality is going to be amazing, but I think the quantity is like the game. The game's going to do amazingly well, but I think the game's going to be in a weird. I think the only issue that I think the game's going to have is online membership is going to increase, and if it does, it does. If membership goes up and basically everything else. If everything else is like still the same, but apart from that, membership goes up, and I'm just gonna say this right now: casual parents might not be able to afford it. Everything they might just be able to afford one thing, and I'm like, yeah, because in this day and age, prices increase every time, and I'm not going into that argument. All I'm gonna say is, if you're one of them lucky people who's got a PC and a PlayStation, well done. But if you're not, and you're one of them unlucky people, then I'm just going to say right now, hopefully they drop the price. Yeah. Like, I'm always going to be a PlayStation fan. I'm always going to be like a console fan / PC fan. And plus, the other hobby that I think there are more expensive hobbies compared to this one, but this one hobby that I'm truly going to be doing a lot of is Warhammer. And tomorrow, which I am looking forward to, which is Skulls event, Dawn of War 4, excited. Space Marine 2 Year 3, hopefully we get to see it. Dawn of War 4 Dark Tide News Class, which is the Admech, which is basically like a, I think it's like a tech priest, which, can't wait. Chaos Gate, I think we saw a bit of that. I saw a bit of it where the devs are actually saying keep an eye out, which they were posting it on social media. I actually wondering, what could they be announcing? Could they be announcing like a sequel? Or could they be announcing DLC? And then I know the mobile game, what's the tactical? I know that's going to be an announcement something soon, which can't wait to see what they announce. It's sad, really, because Warforged is gone. And I've got an idea of something else for the card for Warhammer 40k, which this is where I would probably give ideas to GW, which is a card game. But that's a story for another day, which is an idea. But yeah, also, I'm happy that Middlesbrough is going to the final, but I'm also sad at the same time that Southampton fans, they beat us. Like, I will say this right now, legitimately, as a Middlesbrough fan, you beat us. Fair and square. But the matter of the fact is, you shouldn't have cheated. And your manager's owned up. The whole, the team side has actually owned up. Which you have been found guilty, and basically, I know you're going to have an appeal today, but the only thing I'm going to say is the only appeal I would say to you is, you should appeal for, is the point decrease. Like, you shouldn't be granted a final at this point, because I would just say to you, look, you've been found guilty regardless, you shouldn't go up, you should pretty much right now should be focusing on next season. Forget about the final, focus on that points decrease. I would say to the Southampton fans, if it was Middlesbrough, I would probably say to look, I'd rather have decrease of -1. That's all I would want. -1 or -2. Not 4, because that's a bit dirty. But apart from that, I'm happy everybody's owned up and shaking hands, because let's speak about right now, right? Both Middlesbrough and Southampton fans and Hull fans are all going to have to come together, even though some of our players are all play for different countries. If we have got some players that plays for England, we've got to unite this year, because right now, Middlesbrough fans, Southampton fans and Hull fans, we've got to unite for England in June and July, because it's the World Cup, and all we've got to say is, come on, England, we need a win. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, back to, and also for the PlayStation stuff, yeah, I'm not going to go over it again because I'm not doing another video on it. Plus, I'm just going to say this for Warhammer, I'm looking forward to 11th edition, plus also scores thing tomorrow. And for Boro, hopefully we win on Saturday. Up the Boro. Boro's going up. The red lines. All the way. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you whenever. Take care.